Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, this FYI radio show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton. I'm Everette, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton, Where I Am Now. Where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Everette's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.1400am, 1350am. Click and listen live. Don't forget to click on to Church Webcast, and you can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9 FM, WPCE 1400 AM. Good morning.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we promise we'll shout you out.
You promise?
Promise. I'll tell you what, if you go over to YouTube, you can go to Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, or you can go to @FYI Radio Show host, Yolanda Hnton. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and we promise on this beautiful day, we'll shout you out.
Shout out.
Woo, Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Had a wonderful weekend. A lot of work I had to get accomplished, but I had a great weekend. And guess what? It's Monday.
Absolutely. I had a fabulous week. And of course, I just had a great event that I went to on this weekend and enjoyed it so much. But got a lot of rest, family, food, fun. It was a really beautiful, beautiful weekend. The weather was absolutely perfection. And I really enjoyed it. We can expect in the Hampton Roads area to get a little bit more of that good weather. We're going to get a little bit of rain maybe, I think, on Wednesday. But our temperatures are going to go up a little bit, more humidity. But hey, it's the fall, and that's what happens. The weather goes up and down, and we're just thankful to be here.
That's right. It was a great weekend, and guess what? The weather changes right now. The temperature on the outside is about 62 degrees and supposed to head up to about 73. So it's going to be a beautiful Monday. So keep on doing what you're doing and get out and do some walk like Cedric Bailey should do.
Well, I tell you what, this is FYI Mondays Sports Talk.
That's right. Today is Monday Sports Talk, just after the weekend of seeing all those fabulous football teams playing sports on every line and teams winning and losing. We got a great guest today. He don't need no introduction. He's known all over the world. We'll let him introduce himself. Mr. Guest, will you please introduce yourself?
Hey, good morning to both of you. This is Cedric Bailey. Hey, how you doing? Just call me the beat.
All right, then, Mr. Cedric Bailey, long time no see. But I tell you what, we still been checking you out on social media. You've been doing a lot of great things. Cedric Bailey, you hail from what city?
I'm from, I came out of the Dallas Fort Worth area, but I originally grew up in Oklahoma, so I'm in the Chickasaw Nation here in Oklahoma.
You know, I've been to Oklahoma and it's really laid back. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful place to go and visit, especially if you want that rest and relaxation. Really nice place.
That's
Well,
right. We have lakes here, and I have friends that have what they call floating cabins right on Lake Murray.
well,
Ooh.
let me change the introduction. Let me change the introduction. I see I got to do my icebreaker today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to some and present to others artificial friend of mine.
What do you mean by that?
He was a spy in the camp.
Cedric,
He was taking all the information from the Dallas Cowboys, and we thought he was a real Dallas Cowboy, but he's an imposter. He's a Raider fan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cedric Bailey, the hater Raider fan. Good morning, Mr. Bailey.
I don't need words about him.
that's what I'm talking
Let me
about.
just break it down. If you want to know what Ed is all about, you know, he's Jeremiah's little brother.
Ooh.
They call him the weeping prophet. He's the weeping Raider. Now what do you want to do?
I'm
Well,
trying to tell you.
well, let's talk about some of the games that happened
Well,
on the
wait a minute. I
weekend.
don't want to go past that yet, but Cedric, for
Yes, ma'am.
years you definitely talked about the Dallas Cowboys, a great commentator. You didn't just talk about Dallas or
He was a Dallas.
shadow them or whatever. You
No,
did
no,
a whole lot of
let me
folks.
explain this
But
right
that
quick
was your
because
team, right?
yeah, well, I'm explaining it. Give me a second here and I'll explain.
Okay.
Yesterday I was talking to my son. He lives in Seoul, Korea.
Uh-huh.
And I took him, we grew up as Cowboys fans, okay?
Yes.
But I always had two teams. I just had them.
Ooh.
The Raiders was my AFC team, and the Cowboys was my NFC team.
Oh
Okay, when I was
wow.
talking to my son, I said, son, what are you going to do? Because he has two teams too.
Okay.
Except both his teams are in the same division. Because of his grandfather being a 49er, that's where he shows loyalty to. And then, of course, he loves the Cowboys. So we
Wow.
just got a split decision. But I had to let mine go. And I don't want to be negative because I know that Cowboys fans out there, and I don't want to be like that. So I just
Ooh.
decided after I saw what the owner was doing, I said I can't take it.
Yeah.
I just walked.
Yeah, don't get me
That's
beat
all
up
I
in Don't get me beat up in here. I'm surrounded by cowboy
I know. That's why
fans
I'm not
around
going to do
here.
that. I'm going to be nice because, that's just the way it is. It's been a long time. When I looked at the phone yesterday and I saw that Pastor Ed called me and it said that he was calling me from the cemetery or the funeral home, I said, oh, he woke up now. So Lazarus, let's talk.
Well, I tell you what, Cedric, I want you to you and Mr. E kind of talk on this note before we go to our NFL Week 5. You know, Norfolk
Yes.
State, right here in our own backyard, right here in Virginia, they're not doing as well as we thought. Give me your opinion, Mr. E. Talk about a little bit about the Norfolk State University and
Well, I
Michael
want to say
Vick.
this. They had, Michael Vick, this is his first year there. And they opened the season. I've been keeping up with them. As a matter of fact, I can watch them here in Oklahoma. But this weekend, they played a battle against Hampton, and the Pirates beat them.
That's
Yes,
right.
So
absolutely.
Battle of the Bays. They always
the Battle
travel.
of the Bay, 41-34. But that was a close game.
It
Okay.
was.
But
And they opened up. They played against Wagner last week, and they lost 18-13.
Yes.
They played Rutgers and lost that game 60-10. And they played Sacred Heart. That was a close one,
Yes.
and they ended up losing that game 31-28. And the game I did have a chance to watch. Yes, they played against Virginia State,
Yes.
and that's the game that they won. That game went into overtime. So it takes a little time when you start off, and you got to remember the game now is about the players to come, and it's a lot of things that's going on in the sport. But they will get better because what he's doing is he's going to make these young men better. That's
That's
what he's
right.
going to
That's
do.
great. I
And
like that.
I got to give it to Michael Vick also, Cedric, because he's bringing notoriety also to Norfolk State
Yes.
University. He went to Rucker and got whipped real bad in Rucker just to bring that big piece of money back here to Norfolk State University. So we're proud of what
Absolutely.
Michael Vick is doing. We're thankful for him being a part of NSU and doing what he do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That,
this week they got to play Wofford, and that's what's going to be coming up. And then they'll take a break on the weekend of the 18th. They'll have that week off, and then they'll get ready to take on South Carolina State. And that game is going to be there in Virginia.
Right,
Okay.
right,
absolutely.
right.
Oh yeah, and by the way, on October the 30th, everybody's going to be going to Philadelphia, where they at Lincoln Financial Field, where the Eagles play, and that's going to be Delaware State versus Norfolk State.
Oh,
And the coach
wow.
of Delaware State is Deshaun Jackson, who plays for the Eagles as well.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Well, let's go ahead and just let's get started with NFL Week 5, the winners and the losers.
Are you ready for them?
Whoo!
Well,
What
I'm
a
going to go ahead and start
week!
off with the past Ed. Congratulations to the Dallas
Oh
Cowboys.
my
I love
goodness!
hearing that.
Yes.
I love
They
hearing
won
that.
37-22, and I wrote a story about it already, so I'm going to have to send it to you, Pastor Ed.
Well, tell us a little bit about the story that you wrote about the Cowboys, Mr. Bailey.
Well, I just told them that Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdowns. He
Yes.
hit his rookie running back, Javonte Williams. He had 135 yards and scores. The rookie wideout, Ryan Flannery, emerged as a surprise star. He got 114 yards on the season. Now, remember now, you got George Pickens, and then you got, of course, C.D. Lamb.
Yes.
Lamb is hurt. And the great thing I can say about the Cowboys, and I'm talking from a sports announcer's perspective, is they got a head coach. His name is Brian Schottenham.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
with 5 starters and 3 key players in rotation, he just said, hey, I need the next man up, and that's what he got. So I know Pastor Ed, Yolanda, last weekend, Pastor Ed couldn't get no sleep because the Cowboys died.
And,
Yes. We know he feels good.
and you
Yeah,
also,
and the deal is the man he was cheering for is one who tackled his quarterback. I'm talking about Mike Park.
well,
I
Michael,
know.
and I'm still promoting Michael Parsons' jersey. I'm
I
still
knew you
wearing.
got one.
Michael Parsons is still a beast to
Do
me.
you miss him?
And no, I don't.
Yes,
Because
you
the
do.
Cowboys
Yes,
gonna
you
get
do.
used to that defense that they're getting ready to start playing. So no, I don't miss Michael Parsons because Michael Parsons is ill. He's hurting.
Okay.
He got a bye this week to really try to rest himself so that he can be able to play. He's got a bad
Mhm.
back, Cedric. He's got a bad LC 1 and 2, 1 and 6, 6 and 5, LC, L5, and L6. They are bad in his back, and so he
Well,
can't
we're
stand too
sorry to
much
hear that.
pressure. And that he set out how many games last year? 6 games
Yeah.
last year,
Well,
and
he's
the very important games that he set out. So we wish him well. We wish him well. While you was talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I wanted you to talk about the stats of the leading offensive person that's there. And the leading offensive person that is there is Matthew Stafford from the Chargers, and also in second place in the quarterback division is none other than Mr. Dak Prescott,
Well, I want to
1,300.
say that, and by the way, Matt Stafford doesn't play for the Chargers. I just want to let you know he plays for the Rams.
Oh, that's right. I meant the L.A. Rams, but I didn't see when I was looking at the stats, Cedric. I didn't see not one Raider aide up there.
Well, I'm going to tell you about my Raiders, and I'm going to tell the truth.
let's talk
Yolanda,
about
are
it.
you listening?
I am ready.
Well, they got a new coach. His name is Pete Carroll. And right now, they open up the season with a win. They got this veteran quarterback by the name of Geno Smith. And when you look up and you see the quarterback throwing picks and slamming his helmet down, they're going to have
And
to
losing
make a
40
move.
to 6.
They're going to have to make a move. And they're
Yeah.
going to have to go with Kenny Pickett and put him in there, give him a chance.
What are the Raiders doing wrong that you think? How can they
It's the
improve?
quarterback. He just can't connect. And when you can't connect, you lose your team.
Wow.
What was their
So,
status last year? They right now they're 1-4. What was their status last year?
we didn't go over 500 last year. We almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, my wife is a Chief, so. And then, by the way, I didn't tell you this, Yolanda. I'm taking my wife to the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving.
All right now. You know I'm trying to get to a game.
On all the red.
Cedric, I'm trying to get to a game myself.
You sure they're gonna let you in, Cedric?
Yeah, they're gonna let me in.
He's probably in the skybox.
You sure?
I was at the Hall of Fame deal.
I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna make a phone call to keep you out.
Jerome Bettis had a chance to see him and talk to a lot of people. You know, and let me just say this: God has opened so many doors for me. You know, and I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I'm gonna be in there, and you know, I just want to make my wife happy. She loves the Chiefs. I'll just be wearing solid black. Okay.
Well, look, you all.
Don't say nothing. But I will remind you of one thing, and this is what I tell everybody. Where did the Kansas City Chiefs? Where did they start their career?
In LA.
No, they started in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
That's where everybody starts.
Uh-oh.
Now, here's the thing that you got to understand. How many teams are out there? 32 teams.
They had 2 teams at one time, but there's 3 teams in Texas, the teams in the state of Texas, you know.
And then they got, if you look at all the teams that are out there now, they all are Dallas.
Oh, no.
Because every player, every team that's out there has been on the Dallas squad. Now, when you look at the Commanders, they're not Commanders, they're Cowboys, because they got about 6 players up there that just came from the Cowboys.
Dan Quinn, the coach, he used to be the defensive coordinator.
That's right. And not only that, the quarterback that started yesterday was the second string quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. So all these teams are really part of the Cowboys.
Well, Mr. E, can I play devil's advocate? Because I'm going to say with you and some of our other friends that come on Sports Talk, y'all didn't play nobody. Look at the Jets. Look at the numbers. What's going on, Cedric? The Jets can't get nowhere, no how, not yet anyway. Their numbers are 0, 5. The numbers yesterday, 37-22, Cowboys, you all did it. But hey.
Well, guess what, Yolanda? And Ed, this is the weekend that Pastor Ed can go on down to the game, so they're going to be down there in Carolina.
That's right.
All
so
right.
they'll be down here in Carolina. And yes, Panthers hadn't won anything, but they won yesterday.
That's good.
I got to give it to them. Let's go down the line, Cedric, and give me your P on these games that played on yesterday. The San Francisco 49ers played against the Rams. 26-24. What happened?
Ooh.
Why the Rams?
Well, that was a game that was on Thursday Night Football, and it took place at SoFi Stadium, but you could have swore it was a home game for the 49er fans. So they came down from San Fran and Santa Clara and showed up. And it was a game where, of course, the Rams, they could have won the game, but they decided on 4th down that they were going to run it, and the 49ers stopped them. So, hey, they have Mac Jones as their quarterback because their quarterback Brock Purdy is hurt.
Yeah, so, Purdy's hurt.
Purdy is hurt, so they got the job done. They're in the NFC West division, so that division is wide open because you got the Cardinals in there and you got the Rams in there. So right now, that gives the 49ers a big opportunity to win that division. So when you look at their record now, you see that, of course, in that division, you got the 49ers are now in first place with a 4-1 record, followed by Seattle 3-2, the Rams 3-2. So that was a good game.
Let's go to London. You ready to go to London? Let's go to London.
Yeah, that was a game that took place, I think it was Minnesota.
Yeah.
They were in action.
Absolutely.
And who did they play?
The Browns.
They played the Cleveland Browns, who is 1-4. And they beat them 21-17.
Yeah, they did. In that game, Carson Wentz was the quarterback for, of course, Minnesota, and Jefferson ended up with 7 catches, 123 yards. But the good thing for Cleveland, Judkins, the running back, he had 23 carries for 110 yards. So, and they also went with Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback in that game. That was his first start.
Now let's go down here to the Colts game, the Indianapolis Colts.
Man, they
I
just whipped my Raiders. That's
they
why I
just
said,
did what?
Gino gonna get on
Hey,
the bench.
Cedric, change that.
Hold on a second. Yolanda, go get his hearing aid.
Just change that, Cedric. You
Y'all
know,
get a sponsor for this Pastor Ed's hearing aid. Give us that.
Somebody do it.
let's change that. They didn't just whip the Raiders; they dog whipped the Raiders
We
40
didn't
to.
ask all that. We lost.
Cedric, what did y'all do
When the
wrong?
Cowboys got beat, did I say anything?
And look at the Raiders;
No, I
they are
didn't.
1-4. You really were trying to send that pigeon this way
No,
so that you can touch
I'm
me.
not gonna throw you up under the bus.
Yeah.
What are they doing wrong this season so far, Cedric, the Raiders? What do you think?
Same thing they did last year.
We got to make a change. That's all I can say.
40-6, same thing they did last year. And then the Saints beat the Giants.
Wow.
26-14. What do you think about the Saints and the
I was
Giants?
surprised in that game.
How come?
As a matter of fact, here's what happened with the Giants. See, Russell Wilson, who was with Pittsburgh last year,
Yeah.
and then he was with Denver the year before,
Yes.
and then he was with the Seattle Seahawks all them years. So Russell, man, it's time for you to just go ahead and think about,
Retire.
down. You got another quarterback on the team. His name is Jameis Winston.
Yes.
He's holding the clipboard, and they're going to go ahead and go with Jackson Dart. And the Saints, you know who their coach is?
Who is it?
Well, he used to be the quarterback. He was the backup, but he is the coach of the Saints. Was the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Last year. And so he is a sharp young man. They just revamped their whole team. They got another Oklahoma quarterback by the name of Spencer Rattler. He had a pretty good game on yesterday. So congratulations on the Who Dat Nation. They got their first win of the season.
Well, Cedric, I just didn't want to bust nobody bubble because the Philadelphia Eagles lost also
Oh my goodness.
to the Denver Broncos.
They lost to the Broncos.
Yeah,
21-17.
21-17.
Scored 18 points in the fourth period.
Oh wow.
Now tell me, what happened to Jalen Hurts? What happened to Jalen?
Well, they got away from their game when you got Saquon Barkley.
What happened to
him?
He couldn't jump nobody.
Was that a shocker to you though? Was that a shocker to you, Cedric?
I was shocked when I looked up in here and I see the stats and I look at it and he only carried the ball 6 times and got 30 yards.
Yeah. That's below his means. He normally carried the ball more than that and gets over 100 yards in some of the games. So look what he got, only 30 yards. So that means that the Denver Broncos was playing great defense on yesterday. They were set up and ready to go for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now let's go down to Carolina. I am so proud that the Carolina Panthers, Cedric, beat Miami Dolphins, and the score was 27-24. What a game that was. Did you get an opportunity to see some of the game that was? And when you look at
the highlights on that one, definitely. Congratulations to Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Who is the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. And he had a pretty good game. But, Bryce Young is a young man that is trying to do something there in Carolina. And, the way it works in there, coaches have got to figure out what offense and what formation is going to work for him. But definitely now, I'm going to be nice because he got your Cowboys next. And
that's right.
Wow, that's right. You going
there?
Might is just a word that don't exist.
Next, you're gonna be talking about horseshoes.
That's luck.
Well,
listen. What about the talk of the town is Lamar Jackson? Tell me.
Well, he's hurt.
Now he's hurt. But what was happening when he was playing the games before that? They couldn't come through. The games before that couldn't come through. Now
they went away from their running game with Derrick Henry, who is a beast.
And Henry done dropped the ball about 15 times.
Yeah, and then also Lamar, he just needs to slow down. He tries too hard. He just needs to relax. Opening game against Buffalo when Buffalo came back, and when Derrick Henry fumbled that time, that hurt him. Now, we'll talk about Buffalo here in just a second.
Yes.
But I do want to say that he's just got to slow down. He's trying to do too much,
And for many years he's been trying to do too much.
He's got to hit those guys,
And for many years he's been trying to do too much, right?
Yeah, yeah.
but he couldn't
Yeah.
come through. He couldn't come through. So hey,
Defense is prepared to shut you down. And I tell you what, the Texans with C.J. Stroud, they won that game
that's
44
right.
to 10.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
The
right.
Ravens, what do you feel about them this season? I'm kind of surprised that they're not really moving
They're
things.
1-4, and
Yes,
they've lost 2 games at home. So
absolutely.
John Harbaugh's got to really figure out what he's going to do with that team.
Yes.
Now, what happened to the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals? What is
Oh,
going
Well,
on?
their
And
quarterback Joe Burrow is out, and they're going with Browning. And they played the Detroit Lions. Lions are a good team. They ended up
absolutely.
winning that game 34-24. Jared Goff, he went off and threw 3 touchdowns. He ended up getting about 258 yards in passing. And then they got the 1-2 punch with that running back with Gibbs and Montgomery.
Yeah.
So they're a
Yes.
tough team to beat, the Lions are. Even though they lost their first game of the season, but they come roaring back.
Yeah, they
but the
doing good.
Chargers came through, didn't come through like they want to come through because the Commanders they brought in Dallas quarterback for the Commanders to open up for the first half, and then they put Jalen back in there, and he closed Daniels back in there, and he closed it up with a win. The Commanders 27-10. What do you think about that
Yes.
young man, that knee action, and do you think that him being a pocket quarterback or a running quarterback, where do you prefer to see him at?
He can do both.
Don't y'all need somebody?
But he's just that he brings that much excitement to the Commanders, and that's gonna be a tough division with your Cowboys and Eagles in there.
Mm.
It's gonna be a
That's
tough,
right.
one.
Yeah, Mr.
You
E
know.
real hard on the Commanders.
That's right. And what about the Patriots? They came through yesterday and beat
Y'all watched that game
Buffalo
last night. You know what
Bills.
happened in that one, right?
What
What
happened?
happened?
Stephon Diggs,
Yeah,
Ooh.
some
who
Diggs
used to play
boys.
for the Buffalo Bills,
Yes.
and he ended up with 10 receptions, 146 yards. He was very grateful. The fans cheered him on. They had a whiteout on last night. But let me tell you, the reason why they won the game was because the quarterback, Drake May, was able to find him. There were several times they had him almost on the ground, and guess what they did? He found number 8 and got the ball to him. And I got to give Stephon Diggs heart. He played with Houston last year. It didn't quite work out, and he was with Buffalo, but they love him in New England, and you better watch out for the Patriots. So they're 3-2, and the Bills are now 4-1.
4-1.
Well, Diggs ought to
Absolutely.
give his brother some props too to help him get on fire.
What does he do?
Who's Trayvon?
Trayvon,
That played for the Cowboys?
that plays for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You better give him some pep talk.
Does he wear Cowboy jerseys to the station sometimes?
Sometimes I thought he was gonna have a one on today
Well,
with his win.
I got my hat said I'm a Dallas.
I seen pictures of him.
I got my hat on talking about I'm Dallas. I'm Dallas.
The real Cowboy here has a jersey on.
That's
I
what
got
I'm
my
trying-
horse.
That's
I
right.
got my horse tied up outside with some rubber shoes on his feet.
I'm going to play some Johnny Gill. You're fair weather and Cowboys.
Never that. My blood don't bleed no other color but them Dallas Cowboys.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Well, we will see. That's all I can say. I think we got all the games in.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. What do you think about the WNBA? Are you checking out any of the WNBA?
Oh, yeah. I go to the
Finals.
games. I got a seat there. I cover the wings, and we got Paige Buckets. They didn't make it, so this year when the draft comes around, we got the top pick, the first pick, and the third pick. But right now, we got to figure out who's going to be the next coach of the Dallas Wings. And more than likely, it's going to be Sandy Frangella, who
Dallas
was with
Wings.
the New York Liberty. But this year, we had a chance to watch the game between the Phoenix Mercury
Yes.
and the Las Vegas Aces, and the Aces won that game
Absolutely.
91-78.
Well, what do you think about my girl? You think she's gonna return back into action? Kate,
Are you serious?
that's my girl. That's my girl.
Between Kansas City and they're playing field, Arrowhead Stadium, and that's in Kansas City. I'm going to go with the Chiefs on that.
Better choice, great choice. Thank you, Cedric.
All right, Cedric.
Hey, you guys have a blessed day. He said it, I didn't.
replay of Sports Talk. Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Where I am
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hnton. If you'd like to be a special guest, a sponsor, a host, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Bye now.
so like this through the snow. No sorrow, no.
All right. Week 5, NFL Week 5. Your prediction, Mr. E, for tonight. Who are you going with? Okay. Mr. E, you going to tell me who
I'm
you're going
going
with?
to Kansas City.
All right, then. You all don't forget to look at the games. We'll be back here on next Monday with Monday Sports Talk about tonight's game and Week 6 coming up. In the meantime, FY after dark, we will do the replay. Don't forget, coming up though, we got more hot topics. We got Around the Town with Ed Everett, community news and events. Mr. Jason Baker will be here. After dark, cryptocurrency, money, and more. Of course, we're going to get into our relationship with Alicia Bennett and others. And don't forget our FYI morning show, what's under the hat on Wednesdays, and our FYI Fun Friday. We've been doing women in business, but we'll be doing that and more. We're going to be serving some news events and things that are going on in our world. Don't forget to tune in. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Miss D's going to tell you how you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI Radio
All you
Show.
have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. Don't forget, have a great Monday. Bye now.
All right, Sheila Robin. Thank you for joining us. All you all that are on, don't forget to like, share, back on Wednesday. Be blessed. Have a wonderful day.